Hello and welcome to Fusion Virtual episode 5. We've got a lot to look forward to in this episode, starting off with Lewis Harrow and Leon Hunter coming out to the ring. This is the second first round match of this 14 tournament we're doing, and there's also a rematch from 2 episodes ago where we had a draw between these two and Anarchy Inc. Anarchy so far undefeated in Fusion Virtual. Lewis Harrow is not, and technically Leon Hunter is. So 3 streaks on the line in this match. And both teams definitely looking forward to moving on in this tournament. This is to set up our huge bumper episode, next episode, when we will not only see the winner of this match taking on Creeper and his mystery opponent for the Tag Team Championships, but also we'll see RJ Silver versus Brian Stone for the Fusion Virtual Championship. Brian Stone hasn't actually wrestled a match since he won the belt against Fictional Loco, so he'll definitely be in action tonight. We'll see if we can book some sort of impromptu matchup. RJ Silver defeated Reinhardt in the last episode to earn the right to face Brian Stone in the next episode. Anarchy moving very much as a unit, very experienced tag team from the northeast. And they are ready as they'll ever be. So let's crack on. The first match of this episode. And Lewis Harrow and Leon Hunter perhaps not on the same page here. Having a little argument about who goes first. Anarchy Inc. very settled in the corner, but Lewis Harrow leaves the ring, but doesn't seem too keen. But Leon Hunter's all over Matty Mayhem to start this match. Lewis Harrow showing a tiny bit of defiance there when he got out of the ring. Of course, Lewis Harrow would not be here if it wasn't for Leon Hunter. Leon picked him out of the indie scene, and well, you could say gave him a chance. Lewis Harrow took Leon Hunter's place in his match at Streamfest for reasons that we still don't know. But now Ryan Rude comes into the ring. Anarchy Inc. just have so much chemistry. Been teaming together for years. Leon Hunter fights off Ryan Rude. Still hasn't made a tag to Lewis Harrow. Ryan Rude. Big running forearm there. Big drop there from Ryan Rude. Leon Hunter does not want to tag in Lewis Harrow. Maybe trying to prove that he doesn't need anyone else to fight his battles anymore. And he is capable of so much more, but looking at this, you know, when you're against a team like Anarchy Inc., it doesn't matter how good you are, you need that help. You know, you could be John Cena and you can't take on these two. Just getting slammed into the mat now. Anarchy Inc. so far winning this with ease because of Leon's just complete neglect of Lewis Harrow, but he's trying to get there now. I think he's realised. He's realised where he's gone wrong. He's going to give him a chance. Ryan Rude, Ryan Rude misses an elbow drop. And Leon has a chance to tag in Lewis Harrow, and he gets it, finally, after 5 minutes. And Lewis takes out the ref. Don't know whether he meant to do that or not. But he's down to the mat. Ryan Rude just too good for him there. And a belly-to-belly suplex to Lewis Harrow. Now Lewis is in a bad state. Anarchy Inc. perhaps the best tag team in Fusion Virtual. But Lewis Harrow getting them suplexes in. That's what we need. Slow offense. Grind him down. Tour of the Islands here from Lewis Harrow. Is that enough? 1, 2, no. No. Ryan Rude. Right back up. Scoop slam to Lewis Harrow. Matty Mayhem comes in. The more agile of the two, with a knee lift there. Leon Hunter is back in the ring. And he's straight to the mat with a pinfall. No, just a 1 count. Leon Hunter fights out, but Matty Mayhem right back on top, running clothesline to the back of the head. That definitely hurt him. And Matty Mayhem, perhaps a bit of joint manipulation now, just stomping on the wrist, taking out the wrist of Leon Hunter. And Hunter and Harrow have not really had a look into this match so far. Anarchy Inc. just winning on every level. Maybe some sort of, you know, break in the chemistry of Hunter and Harrow, because we saw last time they were able to draw a stalemate against a clearly better team. And a leg drop there from Matty Mayhem. And a super kick misses. Matty gets caught in the rope, and Leon Hunter. Nice discus clothesline there. That's exactly what the team needed. Went to tag in Lewis Harrow and changed his mind. But he is dominating now. Again, we see Leon's reluctance to get out of the ring. Could be selfishness. It could be a lack of faith in Lewis Harrow. But he eats a super kick. And Matty Mayhem goes for a pin now. 1, 2. And Lewis Harrow saves their team. Very interesting. Leon Hunter does not want to tag in Lewis Harrow, but he seems to want what's best for the team, and he eats a spine buster. Is that going to do it? 1, 2. No. No. The spine buster just wasn't enough there. No. Ryan Rude went for a super kick there, but it didn't connect. But it doesn't matter because he's still in control of this match. Leg drop. And this is a shame for Hunter and Harrow. They've really struggled in this match so far. You know, there's little to no offense from these two, and I believe that it all started from the little squabble that they had at the start of the match. But now Leon Hunter finally gets a chance, and it's wasted because Ryan Rude is right back on top of him with a big chop there. Oh, look, see, misses that clothesline and just straight back down to the mat. Lewis Harrow saves the match again. Lewis Harrow pulling out all the stops to make sure that Leon Hunter doesn't get embarrassed by Ryan Rude here. Now Leon's stunned on the ropes. He's been sent. Oh, knee lifts. Another knee lift. The Russian leg sweep. Picking him up. Another spine buster. 1, 2. Lewis Harrow comes in. No! The Spinebuster has... The Spinebuster's won the match for Anarchy Inc. Very interesting. Anyway, we must move on. So let's transition swiftly into our next match. And here is Ryan Riot. Ryan was embarrassed by Everett Teague a few episodes ago. Just destroyed in, I believe, 42 seconds. Which, you know, no one wants. Teague hasn't been seen since, but Ryan is straight back. This coming match stems from the Fusion Pro show, which I also appeared on if you want to check that out, on the Fusion Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. But his opponent tonight was also a guest on that show. Crimson Chaos. They had a bit of a war of words, and so the enormous team behind Fusion Virtual decided that they would book this match in Fusion Virtual, which I think is an absolutely fantastic move. One that needs rewarding and will be rewarded with a massive pay rise. But here's Crimson Chaos, very scary guy. You can just see behind him the rest of Anarchy there. Crimson Chaos doing alright in the Fusion Virtual Tournament. Defeated Andy Knox in the first round before being eliminated by Pequeno Loco in round 2 in the semi-final. Pequeno Loco is competing in tonight's main event, so I suppose you could argue that that's not too bad. But Crimson Chaos, another one of those guys that I just would not talk bad about. And look at this man, look how scary, well, the whole of Anarchy. Very scary boys. Not someone that I would ever speak ill about. Out of fear for my life. Hopefully Ryan Riot puts up a bit more of a fight in this match than he did in the last one, although he seems to be a lot more motivated and fired up heading into this one. Stop match. And Ryan Riot in control. Good start. Doesn't want to lose too early. You can see AJ Hughes and Jay Shelley outside the ring there, watching over Crimson Chaos as Ryan Riot takes a kick to the back. And Ryan Riot now has passed the point where he lost to Everett Teague, which is good. He's showing improvement, although he is currently being battered by Crimson Chaos. But you know, small steps. Ryan Riot takes back control, takes Crimson Chaos down there. But it doesn't last for long. He gets that jab, gets him in a headlock. Crimson Chaos now in control of this match. Oh, big crossbody to the back of Ryan Riot there. And a clothesline to the back. And these two hate each other so much. In the real world, at one point, Ryan was a part of Anarchy. Had a brief tenure in the stable. If you ask Crimson Chaos, it was Ryan's fault, and if you ask Ryan, it was Anarchy's fault. You know, conflicting reports on what actually went wrong in the group, but Ryan found himself edging away from Anarchy, and they've been embroiled in this feud ever since. And now Crimson Chaos eating up a suplex from Ryan Byatt, and they're on the outside. And Crimson Chaos flying straight into the floor outside. Crimson Chaos sent into the steps. AJ Hughes seems to be distracting Ryan right there as Crimson Chaos gets back up. Imagine being surrounded by these two guys. Jay Shelley went for something there but couldn't quite get it. Now Crimson Chaos in control. Devastating choke here. Trying to suffocate Ryan Riot. But Ryan fights out. Ryan with a much better showing in this episode. Potentially because he has a lot more of a motivation to care and to be really passionate about this match. Obviously, not really much history with Everett Teague other than that match at Streamfest, where Ryan, you know, Ryan took that. Oh, apron DDT. And Crimson Chaos setting up something big here. Gets Ryan right up. Ooh, slammed him straight to the mat. Goes for the pin now. 1, 2. No. Can't quite do it. Ryan Wright still holding on. And this match has been quite back and forth. But our Crimson Chaos is setting something big up. He picks up Ryan. Hits the burning hammer. That might be it. 1, 2, 3. It's another win for Anarchy. Anarchy are on fire in this series so far. And here we see Anarchy joining Crimson Chaos in the ring. Can you blame them? What a big win for Crimson Chaos and the whole of Anarchy. Jay Shelley there, eating it up. And could this be the future of Fusion Virtual? Will Anarchy take over? Next match. Here it is. Here they are. Team Ego. Dougie Matthews and Dick Chambers by their side. Representing them today, Andy Knox and Jake Chambers. You know, this is quite a controversial team. Andy Knox being ditched by Paradox after they disbanded. So Dougie very generously offered to team with him. And then we found out on the next episode, when Jake Chambers had a match with Luke Little, that Jake Chambers was a part of this team. And also Dick Chambers. So now we have Andy and Jake teaming up for a match. They seem to be on the same page. They're making their way to the ring together. That's a good sign. We've seen it from teams like Isaac North and Big Red, that, you know, making your way to the ring separately doesn't equal success usually. You need to be on that same page. And who are they facing? They're facing TN Jen and Alfie Brooks and Morgan Daly. You know, you talk about teams with chemistry and potential. You know, these two have buckets of it. Jake very wisely getting out of the ring. Look at this. obviously doing big things together as a team in real life. Alfie Brooks entered into the Fusion Virtual Tournament. Morgan Daly main evented against Dougie Matthews a few episodes ago. So there is history. Alfie Brooks and Morgan Daly were a part of the original Team Ego back in the day, alongside G-Force, who we've yet to see in Fusion Virtual, interestingly. While Andy Knox takes control of the start of this match, you have to note Dougie and Dick on the outside, both with those lovely sunglasses on. You know, could be some sort of corporate uniform. We don't know. Maybe next episode we'll see Jake and Andy come out with sunglasses on. And Dougie Matthews is going mental outside. I don't know what that's all about. But now Morgan Daly's in control of Andy Knox. Morgan Daly, you know, all four of these guys, in fact, you know, these guys have so much potential to go really far in the real world. But as we know, Fusion Virtual is a completely different world, and you know, if you've got that potential, you can capitalize instantly in Fusion Virtual. Doesn't matter how old you are, how big you are, how strong you are. As long as you've got passion, you can make it. And right now, Andy Knox just messing with the crowd. Sends Morgan into the post. Foot DDT there. Take out the legs of Morgan Daly. As we know, very agile competitor. Maybe not a bad move to take out those legs, slow him down. And Andy Knox has broke the count, interestingly, as we see Dick Chambers making his way over to this scene. Dougie Matthews, oh yes, he's coming from the other side. Morgan Daly is now surrounded by Team Ego. Just getting a clothesline to the back of the head there. That could be big. But no, Morgan's back up. And had been sent into the steps. These two brawling so much on the outside. Let's not forget that Alfie Brooks and Morgan Daly helped Dougie Matthews defeat Paradox. And Jake Chambers comes into the match and takes out Morgan Daly instantly. Morgan Daly scrapping with Jake Chambers now. Ground and pound. Morgan needs that tag, and he gets it. Finally, Alfie Brooks gets into this match. Morgan needed out of there so bad. He's been in there since the start. Not rushing into anything now. He slowly exits the ring. And now Alfie Brooks scrapping with Jake Chambers on the outside. Jake catches him, elbows that knee. Again, clever tactics. There's clearly been some counselling from Dick and Dougie. You know, bit of a few lessons, bit of training there. Because Jake and Andy are using very similar tactics in this match. Definitely on the same page. This is definitely a unit. But Alfie Brooks is now again in control. This match is so back and forth. Jake Chambers gets over to his corner and tags in Andy Knox. Andy's back in the ring. Misses the DDT, the Hurricane Rana. Is that going to do it? 1, 2, no. It's not going to do it. It's not enough. And Andy Knox gets up quickly and misses another jab. And Alfie Brooks sets up a spinning DDT. Is that going to do it? 1, 2, 3. That is it. TN Gen. And Alfie, you know, Dougie's got to be pretty upset at that Team Ego losing their first tag team match together. But we do have to move on, because it's now main event time. And this is a match that's been building for weeks now. Aquino Loco, the former Fusion Virtual Champion, the inaugural Fusion Virtual Champion. You know, there's a brief history lesson on Fusion Virtual. We had Streamfest, where there was no Fusion Virtual Championship. The real life titles were defended, both successfully by Aquino Loco and Brian Stone. They both won their respective championship matches. Creeper lost to Aquino Loco, and Brian Stone tapped out the Lewis Harrow. And now we skip forward about a month and a half. We have the Fusion Virtual Tournament. Aquino Loco defeats Brian Stone under very controversial circumstances, and then goes on to win the whole tournament and become the first ever Fusion Virtual Champion. And then a week later, Brian Stone defeated Aquino Loco to become the Fusion Virtual Champion. And here, speaking of Brian Stone, here he is. You see him with the belt there. Currently 2-1 in Fusion Virtual. The current Fusion Virtual Champion. The longest reigning Fusion Virtual Champion. The Salford Submission Machine, Brian Stone. The most outspoken man on Facebook in Fusion Virtual history. Taking shots at anyone that he comes up against. And clearly he has got the skills to back it up, as he does carry that very prestigious championship. Very confidently making his way to the ring. These two are 1-1 in Fusion Virtual. As alluded to, Aquino Loco winning the first round of the Fusion Virtual Championship against Brian Stone, and then Brian Stone beating Loco for the championship. This is a non-title match, it should be said. Non-title match. This is just to decide who is the best out of this little series that we're doing, and Aquino Loco comes out straight out of the gate. And you have to imagine, if Aquino Loco wins this match, then he more than deserves another championship opportunity. I mean, you know, if you can beat the Fusion Virtual Champion, you definitely need a shot at that championship to prove that you are the best. And Loco was the best, and he had some horrible tactics. Unlike the real world Aquino Loco, who's humble and great and everything that a kid would want to be. But you know, Virtual Loco is a completely different beast. He broke the leg of Creeper just to win a match, and he attacked Brian Stone before the bell in their championship match. All these horrible, horrible things, and Loco fell off in Fusion Virtual. We haven't seen him since he lost the championship, but he's back, and currently he's just taken over this match. But Brian Stone is taking this match on points so far, but Loco sends Brian Stone over the top. Pequeno Loco taking out the legs of Brian Stone. Both of these men, champions in real life. Both of them former champions in virtual. These two, by far, some of the best that Fusion Virtual has to offer. As Brian Stone is placed on that top rope now. Oh, and he fights off Pequeno Loco there. And hits a cross body. A diving cross body. Brian Stone, you know, taking this match right now. And it isn't surprising after what we've seen in real life from Brian Stone, you know, emerging onto the scene a few years ago, beating Pastor Everett Teague for that Fusion Virtual Championship in the Landfair Feckin street fight. Yeah, sorry for my English pronunciation there. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. But Loco just got a 2 count. That's quite big. Yes, being English, sometimes I find it quite hard to pronounce these place names, but it doesn't matter because Brian Stone is now taking over once again. Another extremely back and forth match on this episode. We've had so many of them. It's been a cracking episode, hasn't it? 32-minute mark just been hit, and now Brian Stone gets a 2 count. Brian Stone with another backbreaker. We've not seen any drop kicks yet from Brian Stone. We know he loves to hit those, sending Loco to the ropes and getting a knee lift. And another knee lift. And then a Russian leg sweep to finish. Oh, it looks like he's setting up for something big here. Gets the Elephant Stone. And Brian Stone on Facebook the other day wondered whether Pequeno Loco is a glutton for punishment, and seeing him in a hold like that, you have to understand why. 1, 2, no. No, Brian Stone. He's not done enough to get the win just yet, but Loco gets back up. No. Brian stays on top of him, mocking the crowd every step of the way. Russian leg sweep takes him down. Loco gets hit with a big suplex there. Things aren't looking up for Loco in this match. Oh, but he gets a takedown there. That could be huge. Gets a knee lift and a kick to the chest and another kick to the chest. Now Loco is in control. Picking Brian up, bringing the arm, sending Brian flying, but Brian gets a takedown. But Loco gets straight back up and gets sent into the corner here. Yeah, this match not looking great for Loco as he gets sent into the other corner. Gets hit with a drop kick. Finally we see the drop kick from Brian Stone, and will that do it? He goes for the pin. 1, 2. Not quite. Not quite. Loco's back up, but I don't know how longer he can last. I don't know how much more Loco has in him, but he gets Brian Stone's fireman's carrying. It's a gut buster. Chop doesn't connect, but Brian connects with one of his own. Loco fights Brian off. Loco gets the elephant. Brian Stone gets the Elephant Stone in, and I think that might be it, and it is. Loco's tapped. Brian Stone, the episode before his championship defense against RJ Silver, carries a huge ton of momentum as he has just defeated Pequeno Loco.